I'm joined here today with the lovely Nikita, who for the last several months has had a £10,000 bounty placed on her head to take her out of professional wrestling for good. Nikita, what are your thoughts on this situation?
Well, as you say, the person who's put out this bounty has not yet been found, but until he or she is, I will continue to fight off everyone who tries to claim off this bounty, and I'm not going to be intimidated by anyone.
Come here, stupid woman! Ugh! That's right, £10,000, all mine! Come on, all that money's for me.
I don't think so.
Hello and welcome to another episode of FWA TV. As always, I'm your host, John Atkins, and this week we have got a packed show for you. In tonight's main event, our FWA British Heavyweight Champion, the Anarchist, Doug Williams, will be placing his heavyweight title on the line against none other than the Zebra Kid. Also, after many months of speculation, we will finally find out just who has placed the £10,000 bounty on Nikita's head. But before all that, let's go straight to Nick London and Tony Giles for our opening matchup. A rematch from our first week of FWA TV, which sees the rookie sensation Aviv Maayan take on none other than the specialist, Mark Sloan. Over to you.
Suspiciously look like something out of the Children of the Corn, but in fact this is Mark Sloan's new philosophy. He has surrounded himself by his star pupils who he practices all his devastating maneuvers on, and this will allow him to focus on the challenges presented to him in the ring. And the challenge this time will be Aviv Maayan. Now fans of the show will know that in our very first episode the show started with Mark Sloan versus Aviv Maayan. However, it was American Steve Corino who stormed the ring and used interview time at the expense of Mark Sloan's match, and now we've only just got round to the rematch.
That's right, Nick. We're going to see Mark Sloan versus Aviv Maayan, the rematch here tonight, because as you said, the match was interrupted before. Here he is, Nick, the rookie sensation Aviv Maayan, my pick for Rookie of the Year this year. We've seen Aviv Maayan a few times on FWA TV, and he's looked impressive every time we've seen him, even though he may not be wrestling people, say, around the same size as him. I am, of course, talking about Aviv Maayan versus the managing director, the show stealer, Alex Shane. We've seen that match twice on
I don't think we should talk about that match. We shouldn't talk about it, Tony.
On both occasions, Nick, Aviv Maayan has walked out the winner, beating
You are a silly fool.
2 times.
But why do you have to keep bringing that up, alright? It was an incredibly controversial victory for both of them. Aviv Maayan had no business defeating Alex Shane. But alright, fair enough, he got those wins, but now he's taking on a fresh challenge in Mark Sloan. And I say fresh challenge because although he has faced Mark Sloan before here in the FWA, this is the first time that Mark Sloan has come to the ring with his 4 star pupils, his entourage. These are men who will be a source of wisdom almost for Mark Sloan, and let's see how it changes in-ring style.
As we go in with a lock up there, Mark Sloan taking Aviv from one corner to the other, goes for the punch, but Aviv blocks it, goes straight back in with the lock up, and Mark Sloan takes Aviv Maayan down to the mat straight away, still holding on to that lock up, Nick.
Well, they don't want to let go of that They don't want to let go of that elbow collar tie-up. I mean, even when Aviv Maayan was driven to the ground, Aviv held on for dear life. alive he was not going to be outside by his trainer, Mark, the specialist Sloan.
Now we know that Aviv Maayan has had 2 victories over the managing director, Alex Shane, but he's also suffered a loss recently, a loss at the hands of the FWA Tag Team Champions, the family, when the managing director deemed that Aviv Maayan and Mark Belton would be taking on the family for a tag team title shot, seeing as both men had done quite well in singles competition. But Nick, it was during that match that Mark Belton walked out on Aviv Maayan and actually cost Aviv the match.
Yeah, it was an absolutely controversial match. I mean, I remember watching that, and my theory is that Aviv Maayan was in the contest and he didn't tag in his tag team partner, Mark Belton, and I wonder why. It might have just been an inexperience, or maybe it's because Aviv honestly thought that he was doing well enough on his own. But regardless, 5-star Mark Belton walked out on Aviv Maayan in the match, and might add that 5-star Mark Belton is backstage. I have seen him, and you know what? He's not very happy. He was almost the FWA heavyweight champion, and then the next match, after losing that title match, the next show, he's then tagging up with Aviv Maayan. I mean, what is up with that?
Aviv Maayan trying to break the front face lock there of Mark Sloan, trying to roll out of it, but Mark Sloan keeping a very tight grip on the move. Aviv manages to get out. Wow, nice springboard spinning arm drag, takes Mark Sloan down from one side of the ring to the outside on the other. See, one thing you gotta look at Aviv Maayan, Nick, he's so quick inside that ring. He kind of reminds me a bit of the Phoenix Jody Fleisch. His quickness inside that ring is something he uses to his advantage. But Mark Sloan looks very unhappy at what's been happening from Aviv Maayan, firing back now with a flurry of blows.
Well, Mark Sloan went to the outside where his entourage were, and they obviously surrounded him, gave him a few words of wisdom, pumped him up, and then specialist zoomed straight into that ring, firing left and right and kicks into Aviv Maayan, and now he's got a very simple headlock. But when you're the specialist, it's not just a headlock, it's a specie headlock.
Aviv Maayan sends Mark Sloan off. Mark Sloan with his shoulder block. Aviv Maayan nips up straight away though. Mark Sloan again with his shoulder block, but Aviv Maayan nips up again, goes for the trip. Mark Sloan over. Aviv Maayan, nice sunset flip. 2, only a 1 count
Seen
there.
a sunset flip here from that angle before. Mark Sloan caught the second attempt though, and Aviv Maayan managed to roll out. Mark with a reversal of sorts. You can tell that this is a pupil-teacher relationship going on here.
Mark Sloan with a roll through. 1, 2. Aviv kicks out another pinfall. 2 count again. Aviv Maayan up, goes for the leg sweep. Leg sweep. Both men, none of them get any advantage in these pinfall predicaments, Nick.
Look at this. Mark Sloan desperate to try and get the kicks. They're not connecting. Aviv up, and Mark Sloan was just scared almost into the ropes there by his pupil. He was almost terrified of the awesome agility. I mean, you compared it to like a Jody Fleisch, a young Jody Fleisch. Very strong compliment, but maybe a justified one.
Mark Sloan back in Aviv Maayan in the corner, using that aggressive edge that he's been bringing in this match. Sends him into the turnbuckle. Mark Sloan marches in. Forearm there to Aviv Maayan. Sets him up, sends him off into the corner.
You know, I'm not quite sure what it is, but Mark Sloan really is bringing a new aggression here. But Aviv Maayan was able to curb that aggression as he dropped over him into the second rope. Mark tried to do the same, but Aviv, top rope, off. But look at this, he just landed in his own feet, and now Mark will capitalise.
Mark Sloan there, wisely moving out of the way of the moonsault from Aviv Maayan, gets him a nice suplex into the turnbuckles. Nick, I've just noticed that Mark Sloan appears to have cut the side of his nose, probably from one of those high-risk offense moves that we've seen from Aviv Maayan so far. Now, earlier on, Nick, you mentioned that Mark Belton was maybe annoyed at Aviv Maayan for not tagging in that match. Have you ever looked at it this way, that the family, being the FWA Tag Team Champions, didn't give Aviv the opportunity to tag out in that match?
I'm not disagreeing with you, Tony. I'm just trying to explain it. How it might look to 5-star Mark Belton. I mean, after all, at this point in time, he could have been the new FWA heavyweight champion, but instead, he's gone straight down to the bottom of the card. He's been made to tag with a man who admittedly might be Rookie of the Year. I don't know, Rookie
Nick, look at this. Mark Sloan there. Yeah, he's hit a few impressive moves. His entourage are up there to congratulate him. He's just taken a little break. I think Mark Sloan is taking Aviv Maayan a bit too lightly.
You know, Aviv Maayan might want to be careful. For all we know, Mark Sloan taking a drink from his specie bottle might be spinach to Popeye. For all we know, it might hype him up and allow him to take control and win this match. As we said in the first, look at that technique right there. As we said, first episode of FWA TV was Mark Sloan versus Aviv Maayan. These two men have unfinished business, and you gotta believe that Mark will finish this business with one of the many devastating moves that he brings to the ring, including the Tomorrow Driver, stalling brainbuster, right down on the knee. Absolutely sickening.
That's right, Nick. It looks as though the specialist Mark Sloan is seeing this as a turning point in his career. He's a former FWA All-England champion, and he wants to reclaim some of the glory he's had before.
Well, absolutely. I mean, he was one of the founding fathers of the FWA back in the good old days. Oh, but Maayan reminding him where he is in the present with that kick clean to the back of the head.
Nice basement enziguri there, takes Mark Sloan down. Aviv goes off, goes with a nice spinning head scissors, turns it into a pinning combination. Mark Sloan was under the ropes though, so if he hadn't kicked out, the referee would have stopped the count anyway. Aviv, man, wow, using his leg there for an arm drag. It's the quick offense from Aviv, man, that gets me every time, Nick. Aviv, man, with a nice waist lock, takes him over. Looks like we're going for a, wow, another pinning predicament, a 2 count, but Mark Sloan kicks out.
This is the curse of Mark Sloan, because he is without doubt one of the best teachers in the United Kingdom today. He has taught Aviv Maayan to be pretty hot in that ring. But Mark Sloan there with a nice technical kick straight into the temple of Aviv Maayan. And now he's back in control. And the entourage, as usual, at ringside, giving him the encouragement that he needs to finally dispatch Aviv Maayan.
Every time Aviv seems to quicken the pace, Nick, Mark Sloan just comes back with a kick or a forearm or a punch, doing anything he can to slow down Aviv, man. You just saw him there, he's stamping on Aviv's hands.
Look, I bet if it was Aviv stamping on Mark's hands, you'd be applauding his awesome tenacity in the ring. Look, Mark Sloan, alright, not the most popular wrestler in the world, but that's because he goes to the ring to get the job done, not to pander to fans like you.
Oh, but Nick, look at Mark Sloan showing complete disrespect to his former student, slapping him in the face twice, sends him off his ropes. Aviv blocks, nice uppercut there from Aviv, a knee to the abdomen area. Aviv sets up, wow, it looked like he was going for a Hurricane Rana, but Mark Sloan held on, sends Aviv up and over, Aviv landing flapjack style face first.
The cover, 2, but it wasn't meant to be, it was only a 2. The specialist not able to defeat Aviv Maayan right there. But then again, this is why Mark Sloan is so good in that ring, because he's straight on Aviv Maayan, straight away. Couldn't get the pinfall? Fine, I don't mind. I'm just going to put him in a submission hold and give him a crossface across the nose.
Mark Sloan picking up Aviv Maayan by his hair, I might add. Referee Tommy Stevens might want to check into some of the tactics.
You're overly critical today,
the
Tony.
specialist Mark Sloan. Aviv Maayan, though, wow, climbs on 2 ropes, spinning DDT, takes the specialist down.
That was even fantastic. Aviv Maayan with that spinning tornado DDT variation, and Mark Sloan truly is wiped out. Can Aviv Maayan capitalise? Well, he's on his feet, so the chances are good.
Now is the time, Nick, if Aviv Maayan's going to do anything. Standing moonsault, hits the specialist, in for the count. Only a 2 there, Nick, but the damage has been done. Aviv Maayan needs to keep up with his quick flurry of offensive moves.
Aviv Maayan taking Mark Sloan into the corner. If Aviv wants a chance, he has got to fly, so I don't know if he's going to get this opportunity yet. However, there it is. He manages to flip up, caught Mark Sloan, and there it is.
Wow, nicely done. Managed to spin his body in midair, getting Hurricane Rana position, take Mark Sloan down with a spinning head scissors, Mark Sloan there, nice reversal, sends Aviv off into the ropes. And wow, look at that. Aviv Maayan reverses into a reverse DDT, goes again with a 2 count. Every one of these moves that Aviv Maayan is hitting, Nick, he's following up with a quick pinfall. Smart wrestling on the part of Aviv Maayan.
Aviv Maayan's getting a lot of chances here, but he's not quite able to put away Mark Sloan. Mark Sloan able to monkey flip Aviv Maayan into those ropes. Sloan, not pandering to the fans. He's a ring technician. He used the ring as a weapon, and that is just sly.
We've seen Aviv Maayan clutching his lower back there. Seems as though the specialist damage is starting to take its toll on Aviv Maayan. The specialist now holding Aviv up, and wow, Aviv managed to reverse that before. Well, Aviv gets him set up there. Looks like Aviv's going for some sort of driver, but Mark Sloan also manages to reverse out of it. But Aviv Maayan lands on his feet, shoots off the ropes, goes. Oh, Nick, look at that powerbomb onto the knee from the specialist.
Reminiscent of a Canadian backbreaker, but that was just a sickening power bomb onto his knee. The lower back of Aviv Maayan must have exploded from the pressure of that maneuver. And now Mark Sloan, it looks like he's going for an air raid crush. Oh, onto the knee though.
Onto the knee. The damage is being done now, Nick. Mark Sloan is whipping out his big offensive moves. He's laying the punishment into Aviv Maayan. To be perfectly honest, Nick, I thought Aviv would walk out of here with the victory easy, but Mark Sloan is showing a new side to him tonight. Aviv Maayan though, nice Hurricanrana. 1, 2, no! Mark Sloan kicks out the last second.
From a rocker dropper into a Hurricanrana. So I suppose a Rockarana would be a very appropriate name for it. Aviv Maayan obviously desperate to stop Mark Sloan, working on his spinal column, preparing for a devastating high-impact spinal maneuver, such as the Tomorrow Driver, the Cradle DDT, perhaps even a Spessy Slam. You never know.
Aviv Maayan is signalling, Nick. We could see the Aviva Las Vegas, that moonsault we've seen from Aviv before, off the second rope, and he hits it. 1, 2, no! Mark Sloan drapes a limp arm across the bottom rope, using ring smarts and awareness, knowing where he is, because he couldn't kick out of the move, Nick. He just drapes the arm over, knowing that the pinfall will have to be
Well, Aviva Las Vegas, no doubt pretty, just like Vegas itself, but was it effective? And not quite.
Oh, Nick! A second roll. Aviv draped over the second rope. Mark Sloan with a swinging neck breaker, also dropping Aviv on the top of his head, DDT style. Surely the end is coming for Aviv.
Well, I've got a good analogy for this. Oh, Driver! If this was Las Vegas, then Aviv Maayan just put all his money on red and it came up black. He just got hit by that Tomorrow Driver. He is in trouble, but Mark Sloan not going for the pinfall, and I am surprised because that is stupid.
This is not going to be good for Aviv Maayan, Nick. The Tomorrow Drive, we've seen Mark Sloan put people over that before, but he chooses not to go for the pinfall. Aviv now fighting back. Aviv perched on the top rope. Mark Sloan also perched up there on the top turnbuckle. Aviv springboards up on the top rope. Looks like a top. Oh, good God! Hurricanrana takes the specialist down.
Aviv Maayan is smelling blood, as you would say, Tony, and Aviv is going up top for something special.
Aviv goes up top, Nick. But Nick, that's 5-star. It's Mark Belt. What is 5-star?
We know that he's here, but what is he doing in the match? We know he's got some mild issues with Aviv Maayan, but this is completely uncalled for.
Nick, he's mimicking the tag match there. He's asking Aviv Maayan for what? He's asking for a tag. He trips Mark Belton, trips Aviv. He hits the top rope, trips Aviv Maayan. What was Mark Belton thinking?
Well, I don't know, but regardless, I mean, the cookie pot's got smashed and Mark Sloan's going to sweep up the pieces. He's setting up for something rather pretty here. Oh, bloody hell! Bloody hell!
DDT, 1, 2, 3. It's all over for Aviv Maayan. I'm virtually speechless. I cannot believe this from the specialist Mark Sloan. But I can't believe that if it wasn't for the interference from 5-star Mark Belton, that he wouldn't be winning this match.
You know, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the new outfit. Maybe it was the entourage. Maybe it was the Spessy bucket or the Spessy bottle. But Mark Sloan, what a successful debut for the entourage, because Mark Sloan is victorious. And now Aviv, well, the only thing he's got to look forward to is going back to Wales. And that's a fate worse than death.
size of Virgil shouldn't be as agile as he is, Nick, but the fact is, he is.
For several months, many people in the FWA have been trying to collect the £10,000 bounty that has been placed on Nikita's head and take her out of professional wrestling forever. Tonight, however, we have been promised that the bounty holder will finally reveal themselves. Over to our ring announcer, the lovely Jane Childs, for more.
Ladies and gentlemen, some time ago now, an unknown person put a bounty on Nikita's head of £10,000. The person who could take Nikita out of wrestling and out of the FWA will collect the money. So far, the identity of this person has remained a mystery, but tonight, this person has promised to reveal themselves to Nikita. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nikita!
And here we go, Nick. We're about to find out the answer to the question that has been plaguing the FWA for quite a while now. Who was it that put the bounty on Nikita's head? We've seen that so far Nikita has had Darren Burridge, Mark Sloan and Stevie Knight all try and collect on the £10,000 bounty. But so far, none of them have been able to do it. But here tonight, we are about to find out who it was.
The bounty hunter earlier in the week said to FrontierWrestling.com that they would reveal themselves tonight. So let's listen in.
Nikita, can you tell us how you feel about meeting this person tonight?
I'm ready to find out who's been trying to make my life hell for the past few months. I want to know now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the person who put the bounty on Nikita's head is...
Bloody hell!
What? Ring announcer Jane Childs had just hit Nikita with the mic.
Is she trying to claim the bounty?
Surely not. Surely it's Nick. Wait a
Oh
second.
my God! Look at that! It's Sweet Soraya!
Sweet Soraya. We haven't seen Soraya in the FWA for such a long time, but she's back. Nick, I don't understand what's going on.
The bounty?
Nick, she's got
She's gone upside down, Tony.
Nick, she wouldn't do it.
She
Nick,
wouldn't.
she wouldn't do it.
You go, girl!
A tombstone pole driver to Nikita. Nick, that's a £5,000 fine in the FWA. Jane Childs.
Yeah, but Sweet Soraya isn't an official FWA competitor, is she? She's not been around for years.
She's attacked the ref. Where does this
She's
come
going
from,
for
Nick?
it again. Now this is
Nick,
girl
surely not.
action that Nick London loves to see.
Nick, a second tombstone pole driver. Nick, Sweet Soraya has come down to the ring, hit two tombstone pole drivers.
And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of my £10,000 bounty is... Sweet
Nick, I don't believe ring announcer Jane Child for some unknown reason placed a £10,000 bounty on Nikita's head. Sweet Soraya has come down, collected £10,000 richer, which also just happens to be the amount of money she's now going to have to pay to the FWA after doing those two moves. What could be behind this?
I don't know, but she's one rich dame, and that was the plan and a half. But Nikita, looks like Nikita's out of the FWA for good.
Nikita laying motionless in the ring. Nick, I don't understand this. I just do not understand this. I hope someone backstage can get to the bottom of this and talk to Jane Childs and find out why she's doing this. We've got referees coming down now trying to attend to Nikita. It doesn't make any sense, Nick.
I've been getting told that we're going to have to cut off here for a minute. We'll be back shortly.
She just got what she deserves. She deserves that. She got what she deserves.
Okay, remember what I told you, okay? Don't try and beat him technically, he's too good in technical, okay? Get in there with a stiff style, get him elbow.
Hey guys, sorry to cut you off here. Tony Giles for FWA TV, standing here with the Zebra Kid and Ricky Knight. Now, Ricky, I have to ask you, Zebra is taking on Doug Williams tonight, the FWA champion. This is possibly going to be Zebra's toughest challenge in the FWA. How do you feel about that?
Well, Tony, I feel good. I'll tell you why, this boy is 10 years in the making. 13 years old. I had him outside in the snow, the snail, the rain, doing the push-ups, doing the sit-ups, everything else. Took him down the gym, taught him all the best I knew, got the best trainers in, and tonight he's ready for the biggest contest of his life, the FWA Championship, the biggest championship in Great Britain today, and he's facing, in my opinion, the best wrestler in the FWA today and in Great Britain today. I'll tell you something, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. I'm telling you now, take it to the bank. Ricky Knight is telling you, you're looking at the new FWA champion by the end of the evening. Believe me.
FWA.
Wrestling fans, your next opportunities to see the FWA live and in person will be the weekend of September the 4th and the 5th. On Saturday the 4th, we'll be returning to the Morgan Dome, and Sunday the 5th will once again be at the Broxbourne Civic Hall for Hotwired 2004, where the road to British Uprising 3 begins. Both of these shows will be taped for future broadcast on the Wrestling Channel, and just confirmed for both dates, former WWE and Ring of Honor star Brian Spanky Kendrick will be appearing. For tickets, call the numbers on your screen right now or visit frontierwrestling.com for more details. If you want to keep bang up to date with the latest news and events in the FWA, be sure to visit our online home at www.frontierwrestling.com.
FWA.
Wrestling fans, your next opportunities to see the FWA live and in person will be the weekend of September the 4th and the 5th. On Saturday the 4th, we'll be returning to the Morgan Dome, and Sunday the 5th will once again be at the Broxbourne Civic Hall for Hotwired 2004, where the road to British Uprising 3 begins. Both of these shows will be taped for future broadcast on the Wrestling Channel, and just confirmed for both dates, former WWE and Ring of Honor star Brian Spanky Kendrick will be appearing. For tickets, call the numbers on your screen right now or visit frontierwrestling.com for more details. If you want to keep bang up to date with the latest news and events in the FWA, be sure to visit our online home at www.frontierwrestling.com. Okay, it's now time for this week's main event. The anarchist Doug Williams, recently suffering a shoulder injury in Japan, was refused doctor's clearance to wrestle over 3 falls. However, being the fighting champion that he is, he demanded that he still put his belt up on the line this week against the Zebra Kid, and the FWA officials granted his request on the condition that it be fought over 1 fall only. The Zebra Kid, of course, earned this title shot by being the longest running All England champion in FWA history. Back to Nick and Tony for this week's main event.
Seconded tonight by his father, Ricky Knight. Now Zebra Kid was given this opportunity because, as we know, the Zebra Kid was one of the longest reigning All England champions in the company's history. But seeing as how he never lost the belt, technically, FWA management felt it was about time that Zebra Kid had a crack at the big time. The Zebra Kid has never had a match for the FWA heavyweight title, so the management decided that now was the Zebra Kid's time.
Absolutely, the Zebra Kid was unsuccessful against the South City Thriller, advancing and claiming the FWA All England Championship. However, this title match, I will agree, is very much long overdue. Sensation Aviv Maayan. Now it's very important to know, however, that recently Doug was diagnosed as having a partially torn rotator cuff. As a result of this, the doctors would only give him medical clearance if this contest were to be made a 1-fall contest, because traditionally FWA heavyweight title matches are 2 out of 3 falls. So Doug, with an incredibly damaged arm, has got to go against a competent competitor in the form of the Zebra Kid. If you ask me, although Doug's had phenomenally strong showings recently against Americans such as D'Lo Brown and CM Punk, he's got to go against the Zebra Kid, who's possibly the most, he's just a devastating competitor, Tony.
That's right, Nick. If anyone can beat Doug Williams for that title on the FWA roster, he's definitely the Zebra Kid. As we see Doug Williams there, thick and fast, goes with the clothesline, goes with some forearms, trying to get the pin on Zebra as quick as possible. And as you said, Doug Williams with that partially torn rotator cuff is going to want to get this match as over as quickly as possible. Now Zebra Kid firing back with the kicks, offense, a nice enziguri. Doug Williams sending Zebra Kid off the rope. Zebra ducks. Zebra again. Oh, goes for the legs of Doug Williams. Doug Williams off the rope. Zebra Kid goes with the trip, goes with the leapfrog as well, tries to trip Williams up, goes with another leapfrog, goes to the clothesline. Doug Williams eats a super kick for his troubles.
God, he'll be digesting that in a few hours' time. That was absolutely phenomenally precise, the cover. When Doug kicks out, you saw that Doug ran straight into this contest. He obviously wants to get it out of the way. As we said, it's a partially torn rotator cuff. The chances of him tearing it completely are very high. And as a result, if that happens, Doug the Anarchist Williams could be out of competition for a long time, months at least.
Definitely, Nick, and we know that the Zebra Kid is without a doubt one of the most hard-hitting wrestlers on the FWA roster. We all remember that match he had with Mark Belton that just ultimately blew us away.
I have nightmares over that match because I can still hear the screams of young children watching the Zebra Kid chop Mark Belton into another dimension. Doug Williams, though, bringing back the technical games, decided to slow it down, but there we go, Zebra Kid will work on that shoulder, and rightfully he should. He wants the gold tonight, Tony.
That's right, Nick, and you know the Zebra Kid having Ricky Knight in his corner is going to be to his advantage. Ricky Knight, a wrestling legend over here in the UK, is going to have been schooling Zebra on what he needs to do to take it to Doug Williams, possibly going after that torn rotator cuff.
Doug Williams looking for the reversal. He finds it. Pinfall. It was quick, but it was very smoothly done there. Doug Williams, no doubt, despite having this injury, he doesn't look that slow at the moment. But we'll see how he goes in the long run.
That's right, Nick. This being a 1-fall match instead of 2 out of 3 falls match, it's giving Doug a small reprieve, knowing he only has to wrestle 1 fall. So Doug Williams, even though he may have the injury, is not going to let it hinder him. But saying that, the Zebra Kid is doing everything he can to work over the arm and work over the shoulder of Doug Williams.
The thing is, though, Doug the Anarchist Williams, we have seen in some 2 out of 3 fall title matches, he goes in there with the knowledge that he can make 1 mistake, and if the Anarchist is going to make a mistake, he'll only make 1. However, in a single fall contest, 1 mistake could cost you the title.
That's right, Nick. Doug Williams breaking the hold now. The Zebra Kid was too close to the ropes for the hold to be effective. As we go off back now to a standing position. Now we saw that Aviv Maayan is with Doug Williams there, second in ring tonight. As we know, Doug Williams is always has been known for trying to elevate the younger talent in the FWA, and Doug Williams sees something in Aviv Maayan. Aviv Maayan has Doug Williams to look up to and something to aspire to in being the FWA champion. But Zebra Kid, Nick, so far in this contest is proving his dominance and he's hungry to win that title.
Oh God, you see Doug there, he was infuriated when the Zebra Kid kicked him into the side of the head. Doug Williams nips straight up, and there he is in the corner speaking to his second, Aviv Maayan. Both men now getting ready to lock up again.
Zebra Kid trying to be as cautious as possible, trying to keep as much distance between him and Doug Williams as possible, as the Zebra Kid goes in with a nice high, tight top wrist lock there, switches it over, goes into the headlock. Williams sends it off the ropes. Nice Harley Race-like knee there to the face of the Zebra Kid.
Might be a Harley Race knee, but for Doug Williams, it's a trademark maneuver, and he nailed it beautifully. The pinfall, but the Zebra Kid able to kick out.
Doug Williams picks up the Zebra Kid. Nice snapmare there. And wow, goes in with a triangle lock. Nice and tight, working over the neck of the Zebra Kid.
A favoured move by the Anarchist here, putting the pressure around the neck of the Zebra Kid. No doubt this will make Zebra groggy. And he's also looking like he's trying to bar the arm at the same time, Tony.
That's right, Nick. Doug Williams will utilise every body part that's given to him. If there's something on offer, he will take it and he will use it to his advantage. Zebra Kid, though, managed to roll through, managed to get out of the move using his head, goes in to take Doug Williams' neck, but Doug Williams so quick there, goes with the reversal, and he's once again working away on the arm of the Zebra
Kid. That was the technical skill of Doug Williams right there, and he's just keeping it so basic, so simple, and yet it's so effective. Now, Tony, a quick question. Doug the Anarchist Williams, one of his big hitting moves is the rolling chaos theory German suplex. However, when you've got a partially torn rotator cuff, what are the chances of hitting that move? And even if you do hit it, are you effectively damaging yourself as well?
Well, you make a very good point, Nick. Could it be a case of Doug Williams hits the chaos theory, gets the pinfall, but is then unable to defend the belt? I mean, that's something we'll just have to wait and see. It doesn't seem to be hindering Doug that much at the moment, but the Zebra Kid is truly working away on it, as we've seen so far in this match. Wow, nice spinning head scissors there. Takes Doug Williams down, sends him to the outside.
You know, I was speaking to a lot of the fans in the bar before the event got on, and I've got to tell you, Tony, there are a lot of confident people out there who believe that tonight is the night of the Zebra Kid. Not only does he only have to get one pinfall over Doug Williams, but Doug Williams is hurt, and also the Zebra Kid's own father, his own flesh and blood, Ricky Knight, is at ringside to cheer him on. Zebra Kid's father, Ricky Knight, was there for him as he got into the wrestling school, so how appropriate will it be that the Zebra Kid's biggest
Nick, we're seeing that before from the Zebra Kid. The Zebra Kid sets up the chair, lays your prone body on it, and then drops the elbow from the outside ring canvas. It always works and it's always effective. I'm not entirely sure how smart that was on the Zebra Kid's part, but it's definitely taken something away from Doug Williams.
We've always said the Zebra Kid, he ain't graceful. He ain't a high flyer like Jody Fleisch or Johnny Storm. Good God, no. He just loves to hit hard and hit ugly moves off the apron at the expense of his opponent. One thing that I find interesting is the fact that these two men have met before, Tony. There was an interpromotional tournament several years ago where all the best champions from the various promotions in the country met together, and it was the FWA's own Doug the Anarchist Williams who won that tournament. But who did he beat in the final, Tony? He beat the Zebra Kid, so no doubt the Zebra Kid will be looking for redemption.
You know, you made a very valid point, Nick. The Zebra Kid, to win the FWA Championship, only has to pin Doug Williams or make him submit just once. So far, we've seen CM Punk have to go 2 out of 3 falls. We've seen D'Lo Brown have to go 2 out of 3 falls. Mark Belton 2 out of 3 falls.
James Tye.
And James Tye at British Uprising too. But Zebra has, you know, everything's going his way so far. He's only got to pin Doug Williams once. Doug Williams is hurt, and the Zebra Kid is taking it to Doug like no one I've ever seen before. Nick, I'm going to call it right here. I think Zebra Kid is going to be the next FWA champion.
Looking at that drop kick there, absolutely. I know it's a wrestling cliche, but the cards are stacked against Doug the Anarchist Williams. Doug, however, still knowing where he is in the ring, got his foot on that bottom rope, and that is smart. But even the smartest man will become victim to the Zebra Kid.
Zebra Kid up and over there from Doug Williams. Doug Williams trying forearm there. And is he going to bring Zebra in from the outside? Suplex style. He's trying to pick up the Zebra Kid, but the Zebra Kid using his weight and leverage at the moment against Doug Williams. As he picks Williams up, and both men are perched dangerously on the outside of the ring.
All dangerous for Doug Williams, though. With a damaged shoulder, your chances of
Nick, this is
slim.
not
We've seen this
good.
before, but no, the Zebra Kid got out of it, and lucky for him. What's he doing here? Slingshot!
Oh, wow, Nick! Zebra Kid slingshots Williams from the outside of the ring. They're both perched on the outside, slingshots Doug Williams into the steel ring post and sends Williams crashing down with his father in his corner. He wants to be the man walking out of here tonight, FWA champion.
You know what? The Zebra Kid might be forgetting his harsh time over the All-in-One title feud with Hayde Vanson if he can get the goal right here tonight with Doug Williams. And you know what? You've called it. I've called it. I think the Zebra Kid might have this.
Oh, look at that! Using a chair to stand on to get that extra bit of height. The Zebra Kid driving Doug Williams down in a DDT. Now, if I was the Zebra Kid, I'd be bringing Williams back into ring and I'd be pinning his shoulders to the mat. 1, 2, 3.
You know what? Usually when a man is as injured as Doug Williams, he'll lie in a hospital bed and people will bring him grapes and a bottle of Lucozade, but not the Zebra Kid. He's just bringing him a bunch of pain. Off the ropes and a nice drop of the elbow, square in the sternum, possibly setting up for the Zebra crossing elbow drop.
Only a 2 count there, Nick. Only a 2 count, but the Zebra Kid is definitely, well, basically wrestling smart. Working over Doug Williams' shoulder, bringing his A game. He's bringing out his power moves. I mean, I haven't seen the Zebra Kid wrestle like this in a long time, Nick.
Doug trying to fight out of the corner. You don't want to be in the corner when the Zebra Kid is in a choppy mood.
Doug Williams, though, firing back, goes with the elbows, and Zebra Kid, we've known him to use some dirty tactics before in the past, so he goes with a thumb to the eye and then a kick to the shins of Doug Williams. Zebra Kid's going to want to bring him out of that corner or risk disqualifications. He sends Williams crashing down to the other corner, begging Williams to come out, begging for some more punishment.
Well, hey, don't rag the Zebra Kid for his dirty tactics. That's what made him so popular with the fans. I blame the fans. I blame them for everything, Tony. Especially the condoning of the Zebra Kid's dirty shenanigan tactics. Zebra Kid, sunset flip.
And only a 2 count there. Doug Williams using his legs to power out of the mover, kick Zebra Kid in the face and break the wrestling hold. The Zebra Kid now picking up Doug Williams, shoots him off from the corner. Doug Williams manages to reverse and goes in, look for a shoulder block. But nice Jack Briscoe style roll up there from the Zebra Kid, but once again, Doug Williams managing to kick
Gotta
out.
believe with a badly damaged shoulder, Doug the Anarchist Williams will be more susceptible to these quick roll-ups like sunset flops and what Zebra Kid did right there. Because after all, that's where the pressure is when you're being pinned on your shoulders. So you've really got to power out that shoulder. But if you can't power it out, your chances of kicking out reduce considerably, Tony.
We see the arm of Doug Williams there. He's kind of holding it. He's kind of going more limp on him the longer the match goes on. Doug Williams sends Zebra Kid to the corner, hits him with a high knee, goes for the second one, takes the Zebra Kid down.
Trademark double knee there of Doug the Anarchist Williams, and he is feeling the momentum. Oh, he's going for it, Tony. He's climbing up top. Could we see the bomb scare knee drop?
If he hits it, Nick, it could be
He flies!
And he hits it perfectly, driving that knee into the shoulder of the Zebra Kid.
That's it!
1, 2, and 3, no! Zebra Kid 2 7/8 there, Nick, manages to kick out right at the last second.
You know, with a damaged shoulder, the Revolution DDT and the Rolling Chaos Theory German Suplex might be out of Doug Williams' arsenal for this contest. All he had, in my view, was the bomb scare knee drop. He's already used it, but the Zebra Kid was able to kick out. Will Doug go to the well once too often? I mean, what's he going to do? Zebra Kid there, peppering with punches and a little squirt in the eye there with his thumb. I mean, Zebra Kid's looking up strong.
Nick, Zebra Kid, I think that's what's going to happen. Zebra Kid sets him up, body slam on Williams. Zebra Kid now going to the top rope. And if he hits that Zebra crossing, but wait, Doug Williams is up. Forearm to the head of the Zebra Kid. Williams now up onto the second rope. Raining down blows onto the back of the Zebra Kid. He's now setting him up. Double underhook. Oh, this is not going to be good, Nick. Double underhook suplex from the top rope. Yeah,
we're going to paint on Doug's face.
That's right, Nick. It hurt Doug Williams to double underhook those arms, and the power it needed to bring the Zebra Kid over. It may have hurt Williams more than it hurt the Zebra Kid.
It's like Doug Williams was signalling for something. It looked like he might be signalling for the Chaos Theory German Suplex. He got him in position into the corner, but the Zebra Kid held on.
Oh, held on, and then charges at Williams with a nice high clothesline, taking Williams down. Nice standing enziguri, but Williams refuses to go down.
He is not happy. The Zebra Kid goes for a second one, but Doug is telling him to bring it on.
Zebra Kid takes him down finally with a clothesline and now signals for the Zebra crossing.
Could this be the Zebra crossing? That'll be the exclamation mark in Doug Williams' phenomenal reign as FWA Heavyweight Champion. Are we looking at a new champion here
We'll
tonight?
see Aviv now trying to signal to the referee that Doug Williams' shoulder. Wait, Nick! Ricky Knight just pushed Zebra Kid up to the
Zebra
top
Kid's
rope.
own father, his own second Ricky Knight. What was that about?
You can hear the boo from the fans. I don't understand that. Why would Ricky Knight do that?
Well, they honestly thought we'd be looking at a new FWA Heavyweight Champion, and I thought we had it right there. Everything was going the Zebra Kid's way. A nice power slam variation, tight pinfall,
And he gets it. Doug Williams wins the match, still retains the FWA title. But Nick, shoulder was in excruciating pain. But Ricky Knight from nowhere throws his son from the top rope and costs him the victory. The Zebra Kid is going to have a ton of questions to ask Ricky Knight.
Well, you know what this means. Doug Williams has bought himself some time to heal and await the next challenger to his heavyweight championship of the Frontier Wrestling Alliance.
Well, that's all we've got time for this week. We're out of time once again, unfortunately. But be sure to tune in next week to another episode of FWA TV. We will see Ricky Knight take on Aviv Maayan, Johnny Storm against James Ty in a high-stakes matchup, and also footage from the recent retirement ceremony held for British wrestling legend Flash Barker. From me, John Atkins, until next time, I'll see you ringside.